Yes, I love this land. It takes my breath away.
Welcome to this edition of Texas 10. I'm Melissa.
And I'm Steve. Together we're the Howans, and we're behind Texas 10, and it's a podcast that we talk about just great things about Texas, places, people, events, all those different sort of things that make Texas unique. And it's more than that. We have associated with us Texas10.com, which is our website featuring our field guide to Texas. So we only have 10 minutes to tell you about, in this case, Zandt County. We won't get it all in, but anything you want to know about Zandt County, where to eat, where to stay, are there good campgrounds, are there good RV places, anything like that, you can find on our field guides at Texas10.com. So without further ado, let's talk a little bit about Zandt County, which is famous for
trade days, first Monday trade days. So if you, I know all my friends in Dallas have been, but I used to drive through Canton all the time when I went to see my parents in Chandler. But I love to go to First Monday Trade Days. It is the largest flea market that you can go to. In fact, it's the largest one in Texas for sure.
Well, they bill it as the largest flea market in the world. Now, I think the people in Istanbul might, I don't know, they might dispute that, but it's 5,000 vendors.
It's huge. You know, we have bought so many things there. One thing we bought was this great bed for our house. It's ironworks. We had it custom designed. A guy that lives right outside of Abilene, Texas, made it for us. But I've bought Christmas ornaments. If you want to shop for holidays, you can go before each of the holidays and have good Halloween ornaments, Christmas decorations. It's just so much fun. Clothes.
So let's back up a little bit. So it's first Monday. Right?
Oh.
So you go on Monday.
Do not ever go on the Monday. It's done. I made that mistake once. We said, we got a Monday off, let's go. They pack up on Monday. You have to go on Saturday and Sunday.
And I think maybe even Friday.
Yeah.
So it's called First Monday for a reason, however. I don't know if I found this out researching this episode, but it made sense to me once I found it out. First Monday has been around for 150 years, and it started as that we used to have circuit riders be judges, and they would come, and the first Monday was the week for that judge to be in Zandt County, and so all the things that came with the court, all the business and whatnot, started to congregate on it. And it grew, and it grew, and it grew. But that's why it's called First Monday. It was the first Monday of the term of the court. That's where it comes from. And now, as I said, it's grown to over 6 acres, over 5,000 vendors. It's immense. And it is, I used to describe it this way. What happens is the vendors go to Dallas, and they go to the garage sales and whatnot, and they buy things, and then they take it to Canton, and people from Dallas then go out to Canton and buy it and bring it back to Dallas.
I'm pretty sure that's where my sorority pin is.
Right. It's a perpetual motion machine, but it is a ton of fun. It's a lot of fun.
It is, but it's not just trade days. I would say that's the best weekend to go so that you can experience it.
Definitely.
But they're downtown. Their square is incredibly active. There's a great bakery. There was a really wonderful bookstore, the Wicked Goodreads, something like that. Yeah, it was really, really great. Just a huge selection of books. Right. I loved that. I loved the bakery, and of course, if you're going to go, you gotta not be on a diet. There's tons to eat at trade days, but there's also a great hamburger place.
Right. So you go to trade days, you can get your turkey legs. You can get like state fair food at trade days or First Monday if you want. I would recommend. Not that being your only meal, and save a little room for Dairy Palace, which is pretty close to I-20. We didn't say this. Zandt County in Canton is about 60 miles east of Dallas, right off I-20.
Right.
And Dairy Palace is very close to the highway. It is world famous.
It has great hamburgers, great shakes.
Made with Bluebell ice cream. So if you're a place in Texas and you're going to do shakes, let's do Bluebell, right?
The last time we were there was that guy making balloon art. So I got a Baylor Bear balloon. So yeah, it's just a fun place to be.
It's a very fun place. And it's also, Canton's not a huge place, especially when it's not First Mondays. But Dairy Palace is open 24 hours a day except for Monday and Tuesday. And it's open till midnight then. So if you're driving down 20 and you're late at night, stop at Dairy Palace.
Well, let's move away from Canton. If your kids are looking for a camp outside of Van, Texas, there's Sky Ranch. We've taken school kids there, also kids. And so then you can come back and go eat at Dairy Palace after you drop off your kids. And then you should actually go on down to Ben Wheeler.
Well, you're skipping Edgewood. We did Ben Wheeler at night. Edgewood is also another great little town in Zandt County. It's got two things that are remarkable about it. One, it has a restored old town.
It's got everything that you would have in an old frontier town. It had the church. In fact, the day we were there was a wedding, and so it was really fun to see that. There's the schoolhouse, and they have it set up like a frontier village.
Right.
It's really great. Your kids would love it.
Kids would love it. It's got some history to it. It's great for photographers, all of that sort of stuff. And then on the way out of town, we stopped at a little roadside market. It was called Graham's. And you'll see these throughout Texas off highways and whatnot, but this is one of the best we'd ever been to.
Oh, great fruits and vegetables, flowers, you name it.
And I think they had a little ice cream too. It was a big ice cream day in Zandt County. And then, like Melissa said, to wrap it all up, we traveled over to Ben Wheeler, Texas. All of these are in Zandt County.
Now, Ben Wheeler was a rundown little town, and there was a guy who's from Tyler who retired and really just was looking for a project, and he used to drive through Ben Wheeler, and I can't remember his name, but I know you can.
His name was Brooks Grimmel, and he made his money in the oil and gas business. Apparently made quite a bit of it. He was also a motorcycle racer champion, so really interesting guy.
So he bought a lot of the property, and he restored these buildings. He said when he really discovered Ben Wheeler, you would walk through and the buildings were kind of falling apart. He restored them, and he either charged very little rent or no rent. In fact, it's a great little artist community. We ate at the Forge, and they've done a really great outdoor area. There was music. It was just such a fun night. It's
a Norman Rockwell town now. Unfortunately, Brooks passed away. He had pancreatic cancer. He died young at age 70. But before he passed, he had an ability to speak about it. And he said he felt like he really had to get this done for some reason. Something was driving him. And it's one of those places that is complete. It looks like a Norman Rockwell. The thing that I remember best about it is they have a fantastic mural advertising moon pies and Big Reds, which is sort of the Texas treat, if you will.
And after we finish this whole going to every county seat, I want to start going to the festivals of Texas, and I want to go to the Feral Hog Festival.
The Feral Hog Festival there in Ben Wheeler. And so the Feral Hog is the enemy of many, but they celebrate him in Ben Wheeler.
Before we leave Zandt County, I have to also mention Edom, Texas. It's another little town that we always went through when we went to my parents' house, and they had a little cafe called the Shed Cafe, which my mom and dad loved.
Now, they weren't the only ones. When Texas Monthly did its 40 best small town cafes, the Shed was on it.
Unfortunately, the Shed closed, but the good news is someone has bought it and they are renovating it, and it should be opening again soon. And Edom is also another little artist colony. There are jewelers, there's painters, there's potters. So you can eat, hopefully, at the renovated Shed Cafe. I'm not sure if they're going to keep the same name. And then stroll down that little town street. There's some really wonderful artists.
So Zandt County is full of these little surprises. Everybody, the trade days, First Monday pulls people in. Canton sort of dominates, but we would really recommend making a trip around the county. Zandt County's got some really interesting history, too. It's called the Free State of Van Zandt, and we don't have time to tell you about it today, but that's why we want you to go to our website, Texas10.com. You can read more about it there, and like I said earlier, you get to see all of the accommodations, eatings, the Forge and Dairy Palace aren't the only places to go. Find about the events, when's the right time to go, and all of that sort of information. And that's what you can find it at texas10.com. For regular updates, we have all of our social media. We've got Texas 10 on Facebook. We've got our Instagram account at Texas 10, all of those sort of things. Please go do all the social media things. Share them, subscribe, like, all of those great things.
And you know, Steve, we mentioned that the shed used to be on the top 10. You know, you start traveling with us and let us know what your favorite places are.
That's great. That's great advice, because we'll go there, and we want this to be coming from you as well as just going to you from us. So that's what we've got today from Zandt County, or the Free State of Van Zandt. And just keep watching us as we drop these episodes. Subscribe, share, like, and thanks for being with us today.
See you soon.
Talking about you, and I love this land. Oh, it takes my breath away. From the Palo Duro to the Gulf Coast plain, from the heart of the hill country to the piney wood shade. I love this land. It takes my breath away.